Welcome! This is the Breast Cancer and Nutrition class. I'm Hannah Yarkin, and I am the dietitian in Oakland Radiation Oncology. This class will explore ways to reduce breast cancer risk and/or reoccurrence through diet. You can attend this class at any time during your journey. However, if you are experiencing any negative side effects from current cancer treatment, like nausea, vomiting, or decreased appetite, I would recommend you start these recommendations after treatment has ended and give yourself a few weeks or more to recover. Thank you for attending this class. Let's begin. By the end of this class, you will be able to reduce your cancer risk by identifying 3 cancer prevention recommendations, describing the importance of fruits and vegetables, recalling some plant-based meal ideas. You may be asking yourself, why are you here? Why are you taking this class, and what will I learn? If you are interested in learning about reducing cancer risk, increasing longevity, decreasing inflammation, or maintaining a healthy body weight, then this class is right for you. On the following page, we will look at the 10 cancer prevention recommendations from the American Institute of Cancer Research. All the recommendations are important for cancer prevention. However, I will focus on a select few during this class. Number 1, be a healthy weight. Achieve and maintain a healthy weight if overweight or obese. Try to aim to be at the lower end of the healthy body mass index, or BMI range. Why is a healthy weight so important, you may ask? According to research from the American Cancer Society, excess body weight is thought to be responsible for about 8% of all cancers in the United States. The links between weight and cancer are complex. 2 ways that weight could increase breast cancer risk are thought to be by which body fat, especially around the abdomen, acts like a hormone pump, releasing insulin, estrogen, and other hormones into the bloodstream, which can spur cancer growth. And obese people often have chronic low-level inflammation, which can, over time, cause DNA damage that leads to cancer. Number 2, be physically active. Aim to get 30 minutes or more of moderate to vigorous activity 5 or more days per week. Physical activity in any form can help to lower cancer risk. Aim to build more activity, like brisk walking, into your daily routine. Number 3, eat a diet rich in whole grains, vegetables, fruit, and beans. The goal would be to have a diet rich in whole plant-based foods, like the ones listed here. We will talk in more detail during this class about plant foods. Number 4, limit consumption of fast foods and other processed foods high in fat, starches, or sugars. For example, limit drive-through restaurants, fast foods, chips, cookies, and crackers. Number 5, limit the consumption of red and processed meat. For red meat, the recommendation is for less than 18 ounces per week. Red meat includes beef, pork, lamb, and some others. Avoid cooking meat at high temperatures, grilling for example. This produces 2 cancer promoters, heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. For processed meat, the recommendation is to avoid. Even low intakes can increase your risk. Processed meat includes sausage, bacon, ham, hot dogs, pepperoni, salami, deli meat. Number 6, limit consumption of sugar-sweetened drinks. Opt for unsweetened tea, water flavored with lemon, mint, or cucumber, or try unsweetened sparkling water for a refreshing beverage. Number 7, limit alcohol consumption. For cancer prevention, the American Institute of Cancer Research recommends not to drink alcohol. If you do drink alcohol, limit your consumption to no more than 2 drinks a day for men and 1 drink a day for women. Number 8, do not use supplements for cancer prevention. It is best to get the vitamins and minerals you need from a variety of whole foods. Number 9, for mothers, breastfeed your babies if you can. Number 10, after a cancer diagnosis, follow the recommendations if you can. My biggest recommendation from the cancer prevention recommendations is to eat a diet rich in whole grains, vegetables, fruits, and beans. Research shows that vegetables and fruits probably protect against a range of cancers. They contribute vitamins and minerals, which help keep the body healthy and strengthen our immune system. Let's dive into what constitutes plant foods, the benefits, and how we make a transition to this way of eating. Think plant foods first for all your meals and snacks. Whole fruit like apples, berries, grapes. Whole grains like quinoa, brown rice, steel-cut oats. Beans, legumes like lentils, edamame, soybeans, black beans, and garbanzo beans. Nuts and seeds like almonds, cashews, chia seeds, and flax seeds. Vegetables like spinach, tomatoes, broccoli, just to name a few. The goal is to eat a variety of foods in a variety of colors. The benefits of a diet rich in plant foods are full of cancer-fighting phytochemicals, high in fiber, diabetes prevention and management, enables healthy weight loss and maintenance, low cholesterol, saturated fat, lower blood pressure, and longer life. The recommendation for fruit is 2 to 3 servings a day. An example of a serving of fruit would be 1 small apple, 1 cup of grapes, or half a cup of dried fruit. The goal is to eat the rainbow. Eat a variety of fruits to get a mixture of various colors. The colors can give us a hint to what type of phytochemicals are in that fruit. Phytochemicals are naturally occurring plant compounds. For example, oranges are orange and have a phytochemical called carotenoids, which have a possible protective action of decreasing free radical damage to DNA that can lead to cancer. Studies also shown that they can decrease growth and increase self-destruction of colon, mouth, skin, lung, breast, and stomach cancers in animals. Some people may ask, well, what about fruit juice? Fruit juice is very concentrated in sugar and does not contain fiber. Whenever possible, choose whole fruit over fruit juice. Well, what about dried fruit? The same thing. Dried fruit is very concentrated in sugar. Whenever possible, choose whole fruit over dried fruit. Some people have also asked, well, what about juicing and smoothies? When you juice fruits and vegetables, you pull out the fiber. It would be better to do a smoothie where the whole fruit and the whole vegetable goes into the drink, including the fiber. When you buy organic produce, they are grown without the use of pesticides, synthetic fertilizers, sewage sludge, genetically modified organisms, or ionizing radiation. Some fruits are known to be grown with higher amounts of pesticides, fertilizers, like strawberries, nectarines, apples, peaches, pears, cherries, grapes, and tomatoes. Whenever possible, try to buy these fruits organic. You can go to ewg.org to get up-to-date lists of recommended foods to buy organic and recommended foods to buy conventional. It is recommended to eat whole grains over refined grains. Some examples of whole grains include whole wheat, corn, brown rice, oats, barley, and quinoa. Some examples of refined grains include white flour, white bread, white rice, challah bread, flour tortillas, and ramen noodles. And why are whole grains better for you? Well, when you eat whole grains, you are eating the entire grain that includes protein and fiber. A refined grain started out as a whole grain, but through processing, removed the protein and fiber, along with all the other nutrients they contain. Let's compare 4 ounces of beef to 4 ounces of black beans. They both have approximately 24 grams of protein. The beef has more calories at 300 calories, where the black beans have less calories at approximately 120. Beans contain fiber, close to 8 grams. The beef does not have any fiber in it. Beef does, however, contain cholesterol and saturated fat, where you will not find that in plant foods. The beans, which are plant protein, contain phytonutrients, which are very beneficial to the body. Nuts and seeds are another great way to get protein and fiber in the diet from plant sources. Some of the benefits of nuts and seeds are they contain protein, fiber, phytochemicals, and they are shelf stable. However, to have them stay fresh longer, you can put them in the fridge or freezer. This is especially recommended for flax seeds, which you want to consume ground for better absorption and store them in the refrigerator. Chia seeds, however, you can consume whole and store them at room temperature. The recommendation for vegetables is 6 or more servings per day. An example of a serving of vegetable is 1 cup raw lettuce, a half a cup of beans, or a half a cup of cooked green or orange vegetables. The goal is to eat a rainbow. Eat a variety of vegetables to get a mixture of various colors, just like with your fruit. The colors can give us a hint to what type of phytochemicals are in that vegetable. Again, phytochemicals are naturally occurring plant compounds. For example, onions are white and have a phytochemical called allium. Allium compounds have a possible protective action of reducing carcinogen ability to initiate cancer and to slow the growth of breast, colon, esophageal, lung, and stomach cancers in animals. You may be wondering, how can I possibly get in 6+ servings of vegetables per day? Aim to get green vegetables at every meal of the day. Breakfast is a time where many forget about vegetables. Breakfast ideas to help you increase your vegetable intake include make a green smoothie, have an omelet with spinach, kale, or zucchini, or try the ever-popular avocado toast. When you buy organic produce, they are grown without the use of pesticides, synthetic fertilizers, sewage sludge, genetically modified organisms, or ionizing radiation. Some vegetables are known to be grown with higher amounts of pesticides and fertilizers, like sprouts, spinach, celery, sweet bell peppers, and potatoes. So whenever possible, try to buy these vegetables organic. You can go to ewg.org to get up-to-date lists of recommended foods to buy organic and recommended foods to buy conventional. What about soy foods? Should breast cancer survivors eat soy foods? Soy is a plant-based protein that is rich in fiber, potassium, and magnesium. The soy confusion or myth comes from the term phytoestrogen. Some soy nutrients, the isoflavones, have chemical structures that look a bit like estrogen found in the woman's body. This is where the term came from. However, phytoestrogens are not the same thing as female estrogen, and soy foods do not contain estrogen. Recent evidence in several large human studies have found consistently that soy foods are safe and probably beneficial. Soy foods are a healthy option when consumed in a whole form, such as tofu, edamame, soybeans, soy milk, miso, tempeh. While soy dietary supplements and processed soy foods like soy hot dogs may not be. While more research is needed in this area, the evidence to date shows that a moderate intake of soy foods is safe and potentially beneficial. To help you transition to a diet rich in plant foods, start one bite at a time. Start by, first, preparing plant-based meals you already enjoy. Bean burritos with avocado, salsa, vegetable minestrone soup, tofu and vegetable stir-fry. Then, choose your favorite recipes and give them a plant-based twist. Beef chili can become 3-bean chili, hamburger into a black bean burger, beef sloppy joes into a lentil sloppy joes. Or, instead of a pasta with a meat bolognese sauce, you could try a pasta with a lentil bolognese sauce. All of these recipes and more can be found at plantritionproject.org. Lastly, when you feel confident with steps 1 and 2, begin to explore new plant-based foods and recipes. I've included a list in the Resources tab. Plan ahead. Stock the pantry with staples like beans, nuts, seeds, nut butters, vegetables like avocados, potatoes, tomatoes, onions, garlic, fresh herbs, pasta and rice. Refrigerated staples like berries, non-dairy cheese, tofu, and then dried herbs and spices, to name a few staples. Time for a quick activity. If you are able to get with a partner, please do so now. If not, you can do this activity on your own. Just have a pen and paper ready. With your partner, or on your own, discuss and think about a typical meal you make and how you can alter that meal to have more plant foods using the tips and recommendations we previously discussed. Once you have your example and made your adjustments, share with your partner and discuss. If you are on your own, I want you to write down your meal on one side of your paper and then write down your new meal on the other side. Take your time and feel free to discuss multiple meals, maybe a breakfast and a dinner meal. Use low-fat and non-fat dairy products. Do this to help cut down on overall fat, saturated fat, and calorie intake. Aim for 2 to 3 servings of dairy or less per day. An example of a serving of dairy is 1 to 2 ounces of cheese, 8 ounces of milk, or 1 cup of yogurt. If you plan on eliminating dairy from your diet, there are many dairy alternatives in the grocery store. Some examples include almond milk, pea protein milk, almond cheese, just to name a few. And most of these are fortified with calcium and vitamin D. Be sure to achieve an adequate amount of calcium in your diet. Think about including some plant-based sources to help meet your needs. Please check my resources tab for a full list of calcium-rich foods. For cancer prevention, the American Institute of Cancer Research recommends not to drink alcohol. If you do drink alcohol, limit your consumption to no more than 2 drinks a day for men and 1 drink a day for women. Evidence shows that alcohol increases the risk of cancer of the mouth, pharynx, larynx, esophagus, breast, colorectal, and liver cancer. Research shows that alcohol is particularly harmful when combined with smoking. A serving size of alcohol is 5 ounces of wine, 12 ounces of beer, and 1.5 fluid ounces of liquor.